Hello, welcome to Kids Church. Let's start by leaping to our feet and learning a new action song. Are you ready? It's called Ask, Seek, Knock. Let's go. Here we go, into position. Okay.
I'm reading my B-L-E-L-E, and this is what it says to me. It tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how J-E-S-U-S came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt, the best friend you'll ever know. God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door.
We're going to read our Bibles again, is that right? You can read our Bible.
I'm reading my B-L-E-L-E, and this is what it says to me. It tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how J-E-S-U-S came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt, the best friend you'll ever know. God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. He cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. Exactly what I need. So I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door.
Me and Emily really enjoyed that a lot. Game time. So you'll know this game. It is Simon Says. I'm going to be Simon, or I'm going to say stuff. And, you know, if I say Simon Says, you do it. If I don't say Simon Says, don't do it. If you do it, then you're out. But here's the catch. If you're out, and then I say, Jesus says, come follow me, you can all come back in, okay? So anyone that's out gets to rejoin when I say, Jesus says, come follow me. Oh, are you ready? That was weird. Oh, sorry about that. Are you ready? Great. Okay, here goes. Simon says, stand up. Simon says, sit down. Simon says, spin around, stop spinning. Simon says, touch your nose. Simon says, touch your cheeks. Simon says, rub your tummy. Rub your head. Rub your tummy. Sit down. Simon says, stand up. Simon says, what does Simon say? Simon says, make that weird noise. Jesus says, come follow me. Was anyone out? I'm basically, you've got to monitor this yourselves. Okay, Simon says do some star jumps. Keep doing star jumps. Simon says, sit on your hands. Stop sitting on your hands. Simon says, sit on your knees. Simon says, touch your knees. Sit on your knees. I'm so bad at Simon Says. Jesus says, come follow me. Right, I'm not very good at that game. I can't think of fun things for Simon to do, but maybe you could play that game now better than I just tried to do it, and then come back for the story.
So this is...
Okay, right, no, okay, let me just check got my necklace, looking good, okay, good, right, okay. We've got a really special guest coming. Jesus, we're super excited. So, Emily, let's just check. Have we got our best china? Yeah, got our best china. Have we got loaded biscuit tin? Good. We've got the dinner. Is our cutlery? Let's just check that's nice and shiny. Can you see yourself? Oh, got the pinny on. Better take that off. Don't want to be wearing my pinny when Jesus comes round. Embarrassing, isn't it? Everything's got to be perfect. So, okay, right. Do you think we're good? We're good to go? Let's just, if you get there, I think I can hear him. Come in! Ta-da! Jesus!
Hi.
Got it all ready, especially for you.
No thanks, I've already eaten.
What?
You already...
What? But
I'm allowed to eat.
yeah, but Jesus, we've gone to loads and loads of bother. We've got our best biscuits.
Who did you eat with?
Oh,
Oh,
right.
I ate with Levi.
What?
Yeah, I know he's a tax
What?
collector.
So you ate with Levi, the tax collector, rather than
Yeah.
coming round to our house with our... But we've got all this... We've gone to loads of... We really wanted to like...
China. You didn't need to get out your best china.
Oh, alright.
You know,
Yeah.
I meant to help mainly the people that know they need help. And you don't seem to know that you need help. Thanks a lot.
Wow, okay.
That's
Right.
it.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine, Jesus. If you
Yeah,
want to go, if you want to go hang out with Levi and
see
his
you in a bit.
place, we'll just see our biscuits. Well, did you recognise that story? That story comes from the Bible, or a version of that story. So I'm going to read you what the Bible actually says now. So I'm using the New Children's Bible, Children's International Bible, and it's in the book of Luke, chapter 5, beginning at verse 27. After this, Jesus went out and saw a tax collector named Levi sitting in the tax office. There he is. That's him in his tax office counting up his money. Jesus said to him, "Follow me." Levi got up, left everything, and followed Jesus. Then Levi gave a big dinner for Jesus. The dinner was at Levi's house. At the table, there were many tax collectors and other people too. Oh, sorry. There they are, having their dinner. But the Pharisees, there's the Pharisees, and the men who taught the law for the Pharisees began to complain to the followers of Jesus. They said, "Why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners?" And Jesus said, "Healthy people don't need a doctor." Look at these people up here. They're not very healthy, are they? "It's the sick who need a doctor. I've not come to invite good people. I've come to invite sinners to change their hearts and lives." In that story, Jesus has a meal with somebody quite surprising. Who was it? You got it. It was Levi. And why is it surprising that he has a meal with Levi? Did you tell someone next to you? Or you maybe just told me. Yeah, that's right. He's a tax collector or a sinner. Does actually say that. Use that word, doesn't it, in the Bible? Now, we don't necessarily understand that sort of language these days. We don't use those kind of words so much. But what we need to know is that tax collectors in those days were not very popular because they worked for the Romans. So they would collect the money the taxes from the Jewish people and give it to the Romans. And the Romans had taken over the land. So they weren't very popular either. Very powerful, not very popular. So people didn't really like the tax collectors, and they would have been perhaps sidelined a little bit from the rest of society. But when Jesus comes along and says, come on, Levi, follow me, do you see how quickly Levi just drops everything? He's probably astonished as well that Jesus wants him to follow him. And so he throws a great big party and he invites him. And then the Pharisees can't believe it, can they? What are you doing, eating with tax collectors and sinners? Don't you want to eat with, us, the good people? And Jesus says, well, I haven't come for the people that think that they're good enough. I've come for the people that know that they're sick, that know that they need a doctor. He uses that language, doesn't he, of being a doctor, somebody that can heal our sickness, our deepest problems. Right, quick game interlude. Here's what you need to do. Divide yourself into 2 teams. And you need to appoint a doctor and a patient in each team. And what you have to do is bandage up your patient using 1 toilet roll. That's all you've got, 1 toilet roll. And you need to try and bandage your whole patient up before the other team. Simple as that, okay? So, over to you. If we're honest, none of us are good enough for God. And so we're all a bit like Levi. We're all kind of in that situation, aren't we, where we need Jesus to help us. But the good news is that that is exactly what Jesus comes to do. He comes to help people who know that they need help. He comes for people who know that there's something wrong with our insides and that we need to be saved by Jesus. And that is exactly what he comes to do. So that's good news. We can be really glad, like Levi, that Jesus invites us to his party. And we can throw Jesus a party if we want as well, to celebrate. So I'm going to give you a moment now just to pause and to say thank you to Jesus in your hearts. You could say it out loud if you're with other people. So you might want to pause the video and say a prayer to the Jesus that comes for you, for me, for all those who know that they need him. So here's what we're going to do now. I am going to ask some questions. They are discussion starters, if you will. So if you're in a household bubble, you may want to discuss these together. Pause the video in between each question. So it's like a Q&A. If you're not in a bubble, then just have a little think about it for yourselves. And pause the video while you think about it. Let's see if that works. So, first of all, what happened to Levi that day? Get somebody in your group to retell the story. Secondly, why do you think Levi threw a party? Have a think about that. Pause, maybe chat about it. Why do you think he threw a party that day? Third question. What do you think Jesus wanted the Pharisees to understand that day? Fourth question. How does this story change the way we view people? I've done that because sometimes I think we put people on a bit of a scale, don't we? We think there's like really good people over here, then there's really bad people over here, and then there's sort of people in the middle. You know, probably we're like somewhere in the middle, you know, and then there's a spectrum. How does this story change the way that we think about people? If it does. Why is this story good news? And finally, as you gather together and think about praying, just two things. First of all, what are you thankful to Jesus for? What is it in this story that makes you thankful? And second of all, is there somebody that you want to pray for? So those are some things that you might like to go away and think about as you pray together after you finished the video. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me and the kids. And obviously we miss you. And I can't wait to see you properly in person, in a tent or a church building even. That'll be great. And keep well. And hopefully we will see you very soon. Let's keep praying for each other. God bless you. Bye.